UFO sightings across the country. And I'm working on getting him on the show. A lot of great guests coming on. So, some people ask me, why did I start a talk show in the paranormal? When there's so many people doing podcasts, and you go on to Facebook and all these other medias, and there's so many paranormal talk shows on. Well, my answer is very simple. I used to be in broadcasting in my younger days as a DJ, and I did a couple different talk shows in my life. And, I'm retired. And I sat down one day and I said to myself, hey, I can't ride my Harley 24/7. What else is there? And it's two things in my life I love. And one was I got a big mouth, and I was a licensed amateur at 12 years old. I was a CBer at 10 years old. We're talking back in the 60s, late 60s, mid 60s and stuff like that. So I've always been around, broadcasting. My father was an electronic engineer. I learned electronics. So what came and what would be more natural than to do a talk show? And I just feel like a lot of the paranormal talk shows and general talk shows on the internet are not entertaining. They're not fun. I remember listening to shows like in the 80s, Art Bell and stuff like that. It was fun. It was exciting. The listener, you would be drawn into the show. All the different guests and all that. So that's what I'm slowly trying to involve into. Doing a show of like the 80s and early 90s of a talk show where, it is fun, educational, and if anything, it's entertainment. So anyway, yes, we're not going to be on for 2 hours tonight. Figured maybe an hour and 15 minutes or so. The guest, when I talked to him, he only wanted to do an hour show, and I kind of pushed that a few extra minutes longer. But you can only talk so much of, near-death experiences. But what can I say? Also, we are looking for support of our talk show. I don't believe in heavy advertising. And I've had a few people come up and want to advertise on our show. I'm selective, okay? I only want to have 1 or 2 commercials during the 2-hour show. I don't want to fill it up with all commercials because the whole show is geared up for you, the listener, and me, the host. And I don't want it all gummed up with a lot of commercials. But, if you have a small business or anything interesting and you want to promote it, you can contact us at motorcycletalkbygary@gmail.com. That's motorcycletalkbygary@gmail.com. Also want to say thank you to Pam. She started a fan page on Facebook for our show. And my hats to her. I really appreciate that. And I guess there's a bunch of people starting to join that. So, there's a lot of people listening to the show. So, yeah, and Kevin,
tell us about Facebook jail.
Oh yeah, what's going on about Facebook, and it's I'm seeing it a lot, Kevin.
What is it?
Well, I don't know. One thing is Facebook. If you like us, we have a business. We're a radio show, right? So they want you to promote your show. They actually bug you a lot by sending emails and notices. And when you're on Facebook, it says, "Hey, you can boost this. This would be good to boost for $5 or $30 or $100, and this amount of people will see it." Well, what's happening, and
bots are taking over accounts and are sending out like friends requests or.
Well, no, but
not just that.
But no, what's bad is, okay, let's say you're in a couple different groups. Now, I've had people come and tell me, Kevin, that they have their own Facebook, right? But they have their own 1 or 2 groups, right? So if they post once or twice a day into their own group, all of a sudden they get this little notice on Facebook that they're restricted for like 2 weeks. Just for
posting. Sometimes a month.
Yeah, just for posting in their own group.
Next time I'm completely blocked from Facebook for just posting, a regular post on my page. So I literally cannot, post anything at all because I will be kicked off Facebook.
No, I don't know if that would be a loss, but you know what happened?
I know, right?
It happened to me. I just got out of Facebook jail here about a week and a half ago. And you know what happened in my case, Kevin? A person asked me, hey, will you promote your show on my paranormal Facebook page? And they asked me. I didn't even ask them. And I said, sure, okay, I'll put up the show up like every day, what the show is, right? Well, the next thing, guess what? I got banned for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And all I did was, sit there and say that, I put up, something that somebody asked me to do. So that's really crazy,
I know, right? Just for posting things or sharing things or posting things to your own wall, you could be kicked off Facebook. And that sucks because Facebook, to some people, is their life. It's not my life, but, to some people throw their phone if they can't get on Facebook, and that's...
No, you have to look at... How
crazy.
Cray. Some people would say maybe don't have a lot of friends. Maybe they're a shut-in and they don't have a car or transportation, and all they have is TV and their friends on Facebook. So, even if you start messaging your friends too much, guess what? You're in Facebook jail. So I think what they should do is actually, get a hold of Facebook and say, what is going on?
Yeah.
I still think it's because Facebook now figures they need to make money.
Your voice is like your power. Anytime you speak up, you are basically fighting back. If you don't speak up, you're giving the other people the power. You don't want that. I mean,
no,
you don't want to do that. Let's say if you're having a problem with money or something, and someone's taking your money, why would you want that? Speak up for yourself.
Well, what is interesting is that have you noticed there's been less commercial advertising on Facebook, but then they are charging now people to promote their Facebook group page.
Well, have you read that Facebook stock has been basically it's not flatline, but what do you call it where it hasn't gone up or hasn't gone down?
Yeah, it's stagnated or whatever.
Stagnated.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out why it won't go up. It won't go back on a trend like it was before. So they're trying to figure out ways they can charge people on Facebook and how they can get people to buy stuff on Facebook. That's what I think. And they're doing tests on people and seeing whether or not they would purchase like a promotional thing.
Well,
something like
you see
that.
all these people, right, for groups, right? That says like our group, right? Well, you know what? That costs that guy, whoever's posting, to promote their group, anywhere from like $3 to $100
exactly just to get one like on their page.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, I paid a couple times, and I looked at, wow, I spent $20 and got 2 likes. But
on
then,
Instagram, you can get. You don't even need to pay for likes. I got 118 followers in just one night.
Well,
that's
but what I'm getting at, I can just click and post my thing up and get a whole bunch of likes for free. So, that's kind of, what can I say? It just makes me wonder. So, be careful if you're on Facebook, watch what you share from people, because if you even share, different things, again, that'll get you banned for a couple weeks off of Facebook. So for some people, that's a lifetime, Now, before we sign off here, I am looking for guests for the show. I mean, I am pretty much booked up. I got a couple openings in March.
Oh, I do have a friend. His name is Caleb Smith. He actually lives in Gig Harbor. He's been looking to be a guest on our show. And if you are listening, just give a shout out to, or just email us at motorcycletalkbygary@gmail.com, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. But I do request that this is a paranormal show, so it has to be something, paranormal. And I wanted you to be able to talk for at least an hour. Otherwise, I can't have you on the show. I'm sorry. I mean, this is entertainment, and, I need you to be able to talk and describe whatever for at least an hour. Now, I'm looking for more people on Bigfoot. I'm looking for people to talk about black-eyed children, the dog man, Bigfoot, naturally, UFOs and abductions, crop circles, ghosts in your house, or you were driving out in the road and all of a sudden you saw a young girl walking down the street in a nightgown holding a teddy bear, and she gets in the car with you, and she says she wants a ride. And the next thing you do, you're taking her to a place, and she says, "This is where I want to go." And you know where it's at? It's at an old abandoned cemetery. And then she disappears. Like you turn your head, she's gone. And then you research it. You go to the police department, right? And you go, "Hey, there was this girl I picked up, this blonde in a nightgown holding a teddy bear. She had me take her to the cemetery. And next thing I know, I turned my head and she was gone." And then to find out there was a young girl that got hit by a car back in the 50s, and occasionally her spirit walks the road. That's the type of stories I want. So get a hold of me at motorcycletalk at gmail.com. And what can I say other than, hey, a shout out to the truckers. I've been getting a lot of reports that you like the show. So, keep in touch and enjoy the show. And with that in mind, we're going to get out of here. So, stay out of trouble. And, what can I say?
With Gary Anderson. You're listening to Night Dreams Radio with Gary Anderson.